Hello everyone.
Hello, Mr. Alexa.
Hi Noor. Hi Gunaman. How are you guys doing?
I'm great.
Awesome. Did you find anything interesting in the essay? Some detective work?
I try to do as well as I can.
Okay. What about you, Noor? Did you find anything interesting?
Yeah, but actually, as I'm not really sure, well, we can
Okay.
discuss it later.
Yeah, that's the idea, yeah, to discuss it. You're basically now like teachers, you're now checking someone else's work. It's a good exercise. Okay, and I guess we can wait for the others to come. So until they come, Noor, have you been up
Yeah.
to anything interesting recently? Any?
Oh, so actually, I just made a podcast with my friends.
Really?
Yeah, it's just a little podcast. It doesn't have a lot of listeners. Actually, we just talk about small things. Recently, we just made a podcast that we talk about introvert and extrovert, that kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah, about personality. Just giving our perspective. Maybe anyone wants to hear it. Well, I guess in this pandemic situation, we really need someone to talk to, and this podcast is actually a way to have someone to talk to. Like in this pandemic, we often feel alone, and yeah, something like that. That's what
Okay.
I've been up to.
And in that classification, where do you place yourself? Do you consider yourself an introvert or an extrovert?
Oh, I'm a huge introvert, like really an introvert. Do you
Okay.
believe that?
No, I don't know. I don't know you enough. Oh, and hi, Maida. Oh, a new background.
Hello,
That's
Alexa.
Hi. How are you doing, Maida?
Yeah, I'm doing fine, thank you. And you?
Awesome. Beautiful cats.
Yeah, my three musketeers.
So is that your picture or some picture from Prepley?
No,
No.
I stole it from Google.
Oh, okay. No one needs to know. Okay.
Okay.
So like, do you have any pets?
No, but I feed some stray cats.
Okay. Well, that's noble of you. That's nice. I
Because
have a cat. Yep.
yeah, I love cats, but I think it's still hard for me to really keep them.
Yeah, they're I mean they're really independent, like dogs are
Yes.
really loyal, they'll always near you, but cats are everywhere. Like I mean, I have a cat, but it really is the cat of the whole neighborhood because she like stays wherever she wants to be. So
Okay.
it's interesting. But I get no, I used to like dogs a lot more before, but now I'm more into cats. It's a very strange thing. Anyway, Noor, we were talking about those introverts and extroverts. Why I'm asking this because I'm kind of confused with the classification. Because, for example, I really like to talk to people and like groups, but I hate parties. I don't like concerts and stuff. So where am I in
Really?
that
Wow.
classification? Yeah, it's very
oh,
strange.
actually my friend told me. She's in psychology major. She told me that introvert and extrovert is not like black and white thing. So it's like a range. So you can be 60% introvert and 40% extrovert. So it depends how the percentage of how introvert and extrovert of you. Usually all I think all of the person in the world have their introvert side and extrovert side. Depends what is dominant. So yeah, maybe you like parties, but you don't. Uh, you have introvert side and you have extrovert side.
Yep. I guess that's the case. I saw that like it's like there's a different classification where one can be sociable like with people but still likes to keep to a smaller group.
Yeah,
Like I really poorly perform when I'm at clubs or stuff. Like I feel unnatural there because I don't know, I like when there's a small group of people. Like this is perfect for me, like I can talk to someone. But like parties are just so unnatural to me, like because like you're all dancing and stuff. It's I don't
Yeah.
know. It's
And
I
there's a
guess
lot
me
of
personally.
strangers.
Yeah. It's I guess like for me, I don't mind the strangers, but it's just the I guess it's not natural to me. I just don't I'm not very competitive, I guess, in that regard. Yeah, I can't
Okay.
really perform well. But okay, it's interesting. So is the podcast in Indonesian or?
Yeah, it's in Bahasa.
Oh, by the way, what does Bahasa mean? Is it like
Bahasa
Indonesian
means
language?
Indonesian language.
I don't
Okay.
like it when people, honestly, I don't like it when people call it bahasa because if it is translated to English, it means language, which sounds strange.
Yeah, it does sound strange actually
So
because it
I
has double
always said
meaning.
Indonesian.
Okay, so like for language. Okay, so Bahasa means language, yeah? In their language?
Yes.
Uh,
The literal
I
meaning
think
is
because,
language.
yeah, originally we, I don't know, maybe we followed the from Malaysian. They used
Yes.
to call their language Bahasa Malaysia, Malaysian or Malaysian,
Okay.
and we call ours Bahasa Indonesia. And then over time, it is just called Bahasa
Yes.
without Indonesia.
Okay.
It's just so weird.
Yeah, I'm looking at the Wikipedia page and it says it has over 700 languages, regional languages. So wow. I mean,
Yeah.
I guess that's normal because it's like so many islands, it can be isolated, yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's right.
so I guess Indonesian is like a developed to like connect people. I
Yes,
can
the
so
native language.
yeah. So like how old is Indonesian?
Wow.
I'm curious.
I don't even know myself.
Oh,
Well, I think I have to research for that.
okay.
If you
But
ask
like
how
is
old
it a new
it is.
language or was it like written before and then adapted? That's what I'm curious.
Oh, the bahasa Indonesia.
Yeah.
Well, actually when we were dijajah itu apa ya? We
We
were
were also adapted from the
yeah.
Dutch colonialism.
Yeah, that she's
Yeah.
Indies, yeah.
So
Okay.
Belanda itu apa?
Dutch
We get
Yes.
influenced by other language because we used to be
by the Dutch.
Netherlands.
Netherlands language.
Well,
Okay.
I guess the word bahasa is not popular in the last maybe 5 years. Last 5 years.
Okay.
Yes, they talk about the bahasa, but in the 90s, I think I there is very stranger word bahasa in English actually.
Okay. I don't know much about Indonesia. I mean, I know it was a there was the Dutch colony, and I don't know much. So I'm curious. Yeah, I want to learn because like when I first said something in Indonesian, nama saya Alexa. Yeah, it sounds like my name is nama name. Like it seems like it took
Yeah,
something from
that's it. So because it was adopted from another language, so you can see a few similarities.
yeah. That's why I was curious. Yeah, like okay, interesting. And also there was like a Portuguese influence, I guess, maybe
Yes.
French. There's a lot of things
You
there.
can also
Okay.
say that.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. Nice to learn about different cultures. Okay. So, I guess we can start with the homework and when the others arrive, great. Okay. So let's begin. So since Maida, you're in questioning. Yeah, we're now questioning your work. So, okay.
Yeah, it's like I'm the contestant, and then you guys will be the
Yeah.
judge.
You're like the what's it called in law? I forgot the not the defendant, but the oh I forgot.
Not the suspect, right?
Suspect, yeah, suspect, yeah.
Us.
No. What am I
No,
guilty
no.
of?
So Judge Alex says on Gunavan. Gunavan. So did you like write down some corrections? How did you do this task?
Well, actually, I find, but I'm not sure about about the mistakes. But well, at least I find two.
Two. Okay. Let me paste the original thing so
Okay.
that we know where we're standing. I think it's this one. Oh, and me that you didn't understand me last time when I was laughing. I wasn't laughing at the work. I was laughing at the choice of words, but in a good way. Like, oh wow, that's nice.
Yeah. Okay. I did. I understood.
Okay, let me just. So her mother told us that. And from here. And okay. Yep. Okay. So everybody seemed to be fond of her. Okay. What's wrong there?
I guess may that talk about something in the past, right?
Okay.
In the past, so everybody seems maybe it's better if we put same with AD. AD.
Okay, so here I'll share my screen so this becomes much more easier. So share screen, and okay, where is my text? So format so you can see it better. 20. Okay, so here let me take the chat. Oh, and by the way, can you see now that do you see the chat now on my screen?
Yes, I see that.
Okay, so you see this, yeah? Okay, so let me just take this. Let me take the whole beginning, actually. Let's begin with the start. So I don't know, how can I edit this? I don't like that it's like this.
Oh.
Do you know how I can put make it go so it goes under, because it's not, here I need to find out. Why is it doing this?
It's supposed to look like a paragraph, but it just goes on.
Yeah. How can I fix this? Okay, let's do it like this. So
because it's in Notepad, maybe you have to use like Microsoft Word. Yeah.
Let me see if I have it. Word. Oh, I have to download it. Maybe. Let me see.
Okay.
Oh, it works. Wow. Okay. Word. Oh wow, it works. Nope, it doesn't work. Let's see. Nope.
So it's not installed. Okay.
Well, maybe why doesn't Word? Okay, let's stick to this, and then I'll just go over it. So Lena was used here. Lena was used to be the sport champion in her school. Whenever there was a sport competition, she always won it. She was definitely always on the ball. Do we know what this means? Oh, my bad. So hard to follow. On the ball. Do we know what this means?
She's really good at it.
Yep. Okay. There were others who are good as well, especially the boys, but she was just on a league of her own. Okay, this is not what Gunavan said. Let me find what Gunavan said. But here, I think it was, let's just look here. So everybody seemed to be fond of her. Okay.
Is that idiom?
Okay, yeah, but what should be changed here?
Oh.
So you think this is a mistake, okay? What should be changed here?
Sim with ed.
Okay. Ed, like this?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Anything else? Okay, that's it. Okay, is there another sentence that's wrong? I mean, did you find another mistake? Not this sentence, but a different sentence.
Yeah, whenever there was there was a sport competition, Hold on.
Okay.
No, not that one. Others are good. It's supposed to be were good.
Okay, I guess so we make this, let's go from the start. I think it will be much easier. Instead of like we
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go from the start. So let's look at the first sentence. And I'll go sentence by sentence. So I think it will be much easier. Okay, so Lena was used to be the sport champion in her school. Does anyone notice anything wrong here?
The
Oh,
passive,
connection.
Passive?
No.
passive.
Okay.
Hello? Can you
Yeah.
hear me?
Yep, I can.
Oh, personally, I think there is something wrong in the sentence. I think it must be Lina used to be
Yes.
the sport champion in her school, or Lina was used to being the sport champion in her school.
Okay, why? Let's go with the first one. So you said the first one is here. Let's indent it. Okay, so you said this one.
Lena is object actually.
Okay, so this is correct, yeah? Lena used to be the sport champion in her school. Or you said Lena was used to being. Okay, what's the difference between these two?
The difference
The
between?
first one.
Oh, I'm sorry. The connection is unstable. I'm sorry. I
It's
will
okay.
switch to my phone. So I'll left. I will left. I will leave and switch to my phone.
Yeah.
Leave. I will leave. Okay.
No problem. Okay, Gunawan. So what's the difference?
The first one, Lena as subject. Okay.
Okay.
And the second one is the passive sentence.
Okay.
Lena as the object.
Okay. So, but let's so do they mean the same, or do they have the same meaning? What do you think? Yeah.
Hey, I'm the suspect. I'm not supposed
What do you have to say in your defense? I mean, you have the right to remain silent as well, but
yeah, I have the right to remain silent. You can ask my lawyer.
okay, so what's important here? Lena used to be the sport champion in her school. That's like she was a sport champion. She is no longer a sport champion. The second one, she was used to being the sport. When you're used to being something, it means that it becomes a habit to you. Like it was normal for her to be a sport champion. They basically mean the same thing, but it's a bit of a difference. Like in the first one, we say, okay, she was a sport champion. She's no longer a sport champion. In the second one, we say she had this idea. It was normal for her to be a sport champion. So I guess you can tell that this one is a bit better. Like this is not wrong, but this one makes a bit more sense. Like it's kind of unnatural to say that someone was used to being a sport champion. Like it's very strange. I mean, it's correct, but it's not really. For me, it sounds a bit strange. Like saying that maybe like he was used to eating chocolate cookies. Like that's okay. Like it's a habit for him. Or he was used to having a shower every day, and now he doesn't shower every day. So like he had something, and he's no longer doing it, or it's no longer a habit for him. And it's kind of strange to say that it's a habit that I'm a sport champion. It's kind of strange. You would agree? Yeah. So that's what I'd say. But what's wrong here? She was used to be the sport champion in her school. You can either say just used to be,
yes,
or was used to being. As Gunawan said, it's a passive. So, but you used it in a sense like something in the past, and you used two things in the past: was and used. That's not a thing. What is the thing is was being. It's past continuous. Okay, so just for now, this is the first mistake. Okay, second one. Whenever there was a sport competition, she always won it. Do you notice anything here? Anyone?
No, I not found anything.
Okay, so what's the thing here? This is a hypothetical situation.
Whenever.
So, like, it's not really. It's like if or when something happens, I would be that. If this happens, I will do this. When that happened, I would have done that. So whenever there was a sport competition, she would always win it. So in a situation when there's a sport competition in the past, so here, let's turn it into the present. If there is a sport competition, I will win it. Okay, so it's a hypothetical. This is the first conditional. If I'm, correct me if I'm wrong, maybe the second one. I'm not sure, but I think it's the first conditional. So if something happens, this will happen. Okay. And now let's switch it to the past. So this just jumps to the past. Whenever, so sometime in the past, there was a sport competition, sometime in the past, she would always win it. Would. Because we use would as future in the past. I believe I showed you this on a slide. Basically, it's something in the past, hypothetical, and something a bit more ahead in the past, and it turns into a situation. Here, I will show you this. Let's go to new window, and let me open it like this. And let me go here. And let's go to future in the past. Okay. And it shows me a music video. No, I don't want a music video. I want this. Okay. So, as you can see, we're positioned somewhere in the past, and we're going a bit, we're still in the past, but we're a bit ahead. So, here, let me, it doesn't give you this example, but I told you he was going to come to the party. I knew Julie would make dinner. So something in the past, he knew that she would make dinner. So let's say he's speaking of himself as he was 3 hours before us, and Julie made dinner 2 hours ago. But both of those things are in the past, yet one of them is a bit more ahead. And if you're looking at it from the past perspective, so it's in the future. I don't know if you get this, but basically, like, we're positioning ourselves here, and we're looking at something here. But this is all in the past, as you can see. Okay? So what's the thing here regarding this? Why am I saying all this? So whenever there was a sport competition, this is like if something. So whenever in the past there was a sport competition, she would always win it. It's like why is this wrong? So whenever there was sport competitions, she always won it. Like, it's because you're giving a hypothetical situation. It's like if you said, if there is a sport competition, I win it. Yeah, it's like because you're giving something hypothetical or a chance for it not to be there. Okay, so if or whenever there is a chance something like that will happen, she would always win it. Okay, do you see where I'm going with this? Is this clear to you?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
Yes, I get it.
Okay, yeah. So what's correct here? Whenever there. Oh, and by the way, this comma, you don't need it. It interrupts the flow. So just whenever there was sport competition, she would always win it. Competition, always win it. Okay. Let's look at the third one. She was definitely always on the ball. That's good. There were others who are good as well, especially the boys, but she was just in league of her own. Okay, what's wrong here?
Of her own, not on.
Yep.
There were others who were good as well.
Okay. Anything
As
else?
opposed to they were.
Was
Who were good? Yeah, that's it. This.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Pretty small mistake. And also, it's a league of her own. Nice, Noor, for noticing this, because leagues are like, I guess football leagues or like like groups of people who are really good at something. So she's on a league of her own. Like she's so far ahead of her class that she's in a different group. She's so better than them. Okay. So just this where are, and let's put it like this. Where. So this is a common mistake you made, that you always this is a story in the past and you were constantly using a present simple.
Yeah.
But what you really need is past simple. So when this is a common mistake. So whenever you're positioning yourself as a storyteller somewhere in the past, then you should use past simple. So if I ask you, okay, how did you spend your last week? You would say, okay, I was with my family. We were going on vacation. We went there. I was there. You don't say I am at home. I'm at my job place, because it's something in the past. You're supposed to present yourself as a person in the past. Okay. So next one. Everybody seemed to be fond of her, since she also very friendly and never hesitate to lend her hands to help them in need. Okay. Okay, so well, maybe like this. Okay, so what do you think is wrong here?
I think better if the word the sentence to help them in need replace with to help those in need.
So which this?
Yeah, I think.
Why?
Yeah, I'm not sure, but it seems weird to me because I usually heard the words the sentence goes to help those in need, but I rarely heard help them in it. It just sounds weird, but I can't find why.
Okay. So that's the idea. You need to find out why. I mean,
Yeah.
it sounds good when someone like says, okay, it's completely natural for me to say this, but really you also need to like realize, okay, why am I saying this? Why am I speaking like this? So it's good to ponder about that. But let's go from the start. Everybody seemed to be fond of her. So we corrected this, I believe. So it's seemed, yeah, because it's in the past.
Oh,
Since she was
okay.
also very friendly, yeah, Maida. Okay, since she was also very friendly. Also, one thing you need to notice here in English, when you're using and, it's this is something specific for English. In the languages I know, Italian, Serbian, they don't have this. Also, I suppose in Indonesian as well. But in English, if you say I eat bacon, no, let's say, oh my God, no. I eat, let's say, apples, bananas, and fruit. Yep. So they have this Oxford comma here. They have a comma even at end. Okay. You only don't have a comma if it's like this: bananas, mac and cheese, and fruits. Mac and cheese is the name of a dish. It's like Jack and Gin. It's like a name of something. So that's why you don't put a comma there. But if it's a list, you put a comma. Okay? Also, it's the same for a sentence. I really like the sea, and I enjoy going there. It's because this is a this is independent and this is the dependent. So basically, like, you need to separate them somehow with a comma. This is a conjunction. Also, you can eliminate this and place a semicolon. We talked about this, but I'm gonna leave this for a different class because this is gonna take the whole class to explain. But okay, just one thing for now. Remember that for a lot of times you should put a comma at end. Okay. Seemed to be fond of her since she was also very friendly and never hesitates.
Stated.
Good. To lend her
Yeah.
hands.
I've corrected.
Yeah. To lend her hands to help them in need. So Nur was right. It's help those in need, because help them in need means like, oh, I'm gonna help them in need. It's like, because you're in need means that you need help, basically, in need of help. It's like, as you said, Baha, Indonesia. The full phrase is in need of help, but over time it just shortened to in need. So you need to help those people that are in need. Okay, that's why it's those. When you say them, it's like look at them, like look at you, maybe them, but those, it's a difference. It's how can I explain this? Basically, the phrase is help those in need. Help them, like them, I'm pointing at them, help them, but help those as in like those people, those objects, those children. You can't say them children, them people. I mean, you can in a slang fashion, like American slang fashion, but if we're talking about grammatically correct English, it should be those, help those in need. Okay. Also, one thing, when you say lend her hands, it's not really a popular phrase in English. However, I suppose this means to help. Yeah. Yeah. So basically, if we replace this with to help those in need, you notice something wrong? We basically to lend her hands to help. Like you can replace this with to help, and when you replace it, you have to help those in need. So we say it twice. It's like saying, oh, I'm gonna go grab a bite and eat. I'm gonna go eat and eat. There's no point. You just need to use one of them, not both. Okay?
Okay.
So you can either say to help, or you can say to, oh, and I can't. Or you can say to lend her hands to those in need. Both are good, but I think it's more correct to say to help, because to lend her hands isn't really something you would hear a native person say. Okay, her hands, not particularly awesome. That's it. Not particularly native. Okay. Let's go to the next one. And I lost my chat screen. Of course I did. Let me find it again. Chats. Okay. Unfortunately, she had been absent for quite a while, comma. And the only thing we knew about her absence was that she was sick. That's good. Also, one thing about this one. So, we knew. Okay, so unfortunately, she had been absent for quite a while, comma. And the only thing we knew about her absence was that she was sick. Full stop, and you don't need the that's all. Why is this the case? Why don't we need that's all? What do you think? All of you. Any ideas?
To say you already finished your sentence, you already finished what you want to tell to someone. Yep. That's it. That's all I want to say.
Okay, yeah, that's true. But you already said in the sentence, the only thing we knew about her is that she was sick. So you already said in the sentence, the only thing we knew. There's no point in saying it again. That's all. I think it's not wrong, but it's too wordy. You're using too many words and you're forcing one idea. It doesn't sound well. It's like, it sounds overly poetic, I guess, in my opinion. So I don't think you need this at all, because you already mentioned in the sentence, like, okay, and the only thing we knew about her is that she was sick. It's like saying like, that's all. All we knew was she was sick, that's all. Like, you can, like, imagine, like, the same as in the previous sentence. You can replace to lend her hands with to help. Also, you can replace the only thing we knew as in the all we knew was that she was sick. That's all. Do you notice how it's like overusing the word all? Okay? That's the idea. So that's all is too much. Okay, and chat screen, please. When the month was almost over, comma, and she was still a no-show at class. So, do you notice anything here? Be creative. Think about it.
No show.
Okay. What was wrong there?
I think the word no show is better if we put it something like absent.
Well, no show is good. It's like, it's a phrase, you know?
Or a
It's
phrase.
a phrase. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. But that's not what I'm aiming at. So, Maida, do you have anything in your defense?
I'm still thinking.
Nor?
No, I don't know.
Okay, so let me tell you what I think. So when the month was almost over, she was still a no-show at class. This is like a phrase. This is basically a phrase. When the month was almost over, so forget this. When the month was almost over, she was still a no-show at class. You're basically telling us something. When I come to my home, I like to eat dinner. When I go to school, I study. When I hold my English class, I teach something to my students. Okay, so basically it's telling us something. But since you want to make like a mysterious atmosphere, you know, you should say without the when, the month was almost over, comma, and she was still a no-show at class. We want to sound poetic, yeah? Okay, do you notice what I'm talking about here?
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you say when,
Yeah,
it's very
it's a
direct. You're
difference.
basically telling us something, but the month was almost over and she was still a no-show at class. So we decided to visit her house. Also add the epic voice, it sounds better. So,
Okay.
so, and you need to use these conjunctions as well. These are conjunctions, by the way. And, so, or. So I eat this and I eat that. I go there or I go there. I go here, but I want to go there. Basically, conjunctions are used here. I'll type this. Conjunctions and or but.
You missed the N. Sorry.
I think I did, yeah. It sounds weird. Yep. Nice. Yep. Okay. So, used to connect to sentences. Okay, so but, or, and. Okay. So whenever you want to use and, put a comma. So, put a comma. So the month was almost over and she was still a no-show at class. So we decided to visit her house. It's like 1, 2, 3, and you need to separate them by a comma. It's like making a list. And whenever we make a list, we use a comma, yeah? That's how the English logic works, I guess. Okay, let's go to chat. Control H. Nope, doesn't work. Her house was quite small, but decent and pretty, with plenty of flowers and other plants. So, a plenty. Just plenty, because it's uncountable. Okay? A plenty is a very, very old-fashioned way of saying it, and I suggest you don't use it because it's a very, very archaic thing. So just say plenty. With plenty of flowers and other plants that we knew nothing about. Her mother welcomed us nicely and brought some tea and fruitcake. After that, she went to her room to fetch her daughter. Fetch. Oh, by the way, and for fetch, fetch is more like, it's like fetch me a drink. Fetch me, fetch the cat. Yeah, it's more for like objects, not really for daughters.
Okay.
Maybe if she's an object, I don't know, but let's say that she's not an object. So, just she went to bring her daughter. Yeah.
Yeah, bring.
Yeah, fetch is for dogs. Let's say fetch for dogs. Bring for humans. Yeah. Okay. We practically lost the words when she returned by pushing a wheelchair to the living room. Okay, let's go with this one. What do you think should be added here?
Should be added?
Yeah, yeah, added. Something should be added, actually. Not corrected, but added. So we are describing ourselves. So position yourself. So like when you describe yourself, you say, I am, we are, we were. Anything? Okay, so we were practically lost the words. You need to say we.
Oh.
Yep. So you need to say, I am lost of words. We were practically lost. And I think it's lost for words. I think it's lost for words. Yeah, lost for words. Yeah. It's lost for words. Okay, this one. But what's important here is we were. You need to say we were, they were, I was, he was, describing something, okay?
Okay.
When she returned by pushing a wheelchair to the living room.
But sorry, lost is not verb, right?
Yeah.
So I thought because lost is verb, so and I didn't want to make it as a passive, so I did not use were.
Yes, but you know what's tricky here? Because this is a phrase.
Phrase, loss for what?
We were practically, look, you can replace this.
Oh, okay.
You can replace this with stunned. You can replace this with numbed.
Okay.
It's like it's not a word,
Like
but
we
it's
were
actually
shocked.
It's not verbal.
We were shocked.
shocked. Yeah. And you know when we have an ed at the end, when you say I am shocked, you're describing yourself. It's not a word. It's like describing your state. Here it was we were shocked, or we were lost for words. I can understand the confusion, but it's a phrase. It's a phrase. It's not really a verb.
Oh, okay.
Okay, when she returned by pushing a wheelchair to the living room. And I believe she got into a terrible accident and the doctor said she couldn't walk anymore. Not anytime soon, at least. She had been feeling under the weather so bad that she couldn't go to school. She also constantly looked like she got up on the wrong side of the bed almost every day. Okay, let's just this one. By the way, these sentences are not grammatically incorrect, but what the logic here is what's bothering me. So let's look at this one. She had been feeling under the weather. Let's replace this with sick. So bad, sick so bad that she couldn't go to school. I mean, when you already say she's sick, like if you add so bad to the end, it's a bit, I guess it's like, I don't want to say too much, but like it's similar to like how we said before, lend her hands to help. To help. You're saying sick. She's feeling bad, so bad. Like you can replace sick with bad. Bad, so bad. Okay? It's like being too wordy, I guess. So maybe like if we go feeling under the weather. She had been feeling under the weather. And she couldn't go to school. Or therefore, because of this. So therefore, because of this, she couldn't go to school. So therefore, she couldn't go to school. Or she had been feeling under the weather. Here's where we can use the semicolon. Semicolon. She couldn't go to school. Why do we use a semicolon? Because these sentences are connected. They have the same idea. But the second one is, you know, dependent on this one. Because we need the information from the first sentence to actually tell us what the second sentence means. Okay? Okay. So she also constantly looked like she got up on the wrong side of the bed almost every day. Constantly, almost every day. You need to pick one, not both. So personally, I would say just she constantly looked like she got up. That's it. Nothing more. Okay? And I believe there's one more. Chat. We did our best to cheer her up and told her that everything would be, comma, and told her that everything would be right eventually. We tried to convince her that it was not the end of the world. We sang for her, we made some jokes in order to get her to laugh, and we told her that, you see, use that here with a comma, nice. And we told her that we would always be there for her. We realized that it might not heal her instantly, comma, but we could tell we had made her day. We went home afterwards in hope that she would finally rise from the ashes and return to school in so much better condition. Okay, this is good. So, did anyone notice anything that I didn't mention here? Noor.
Actually, I noticed in order to get her to laugh, personally, I think it's better to say in order to make her laugh, because I think when you say get her to laugh, it's like you're taking, it's like taking something from someone. I think.
Yeah, I can see your logic, but actually get someone to laugh and make him laugh is the same
It's
thing.
okay.
It's okay.
Or,
Yep.
or I can remove the in order to.
Yeah, sure. We made some jokes to get her to laugh. Sure. You can.
Yeah. I realize it may be too much as well.
It's like two.
Yeah.
You see, you learn from your mistake. That's perfect. That's the idea
Yeah.
here. Okay, perfect.
You know.
You realized they might kill her instantly, but we could tell we had made her day. We went home after. Oh, and by the way, it's afterwards. With this one, with yes. Why? I think that the British use afterward and the Americans use afterwards. So, but since this is more of an American style essay, I guess it should be afterwards. Although this is not really a mistake. Like in really, really high level English, they can like say, oh, you said color in one sentence, color, but you said realize in a different one. Why is this wrong? Because color with the U is British and realize with the Z is American. So, but this is not a problem. Okay, I'm just mentioning this. Just keep it in mind, but it's not really that big of a deal. And yeah, that's it. So, I find Maida guilty or acquitted. She is acquitted from these crimes because she learned from her mistakes. She corrected herself. Perfect.
Oh, thank you for your mercy, Judge.
Okay, I'm gonna send you this notepad. So don't take all this criticism too hard, because I think it's really good to correct yourself and learn something from mistakes. So all of your essays were actually really good. I didn't expect them to be this good. They're actually okay, and if you were to write them, I think you would be better than most people regarding their English. Yeah, I mean, you have really advanced English. Meida, Gunawan, and Noor, your English is really good, but we need to work on it still. You need to like improve maybe the flow of the sentence, maybe like overusing words, stuff like that. So I think these were really good exercises. Do you agree? Do you have any comments?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. So this is just for my idea, how I see it. So I hope you learned something from this. And I mean, there will be different different exercises, but I really like to do this one with essays, because then you like really notice something, like it's written down. So yeah, like, oh wow, this is a mistake, I need to improve this. So this is also linked to speaking, because now when you speak, you'll also think about, okay, so should I say lend her hands to help, or should I just say to help? Yeah, because if you avoid using too many words in your speaking, you'll also avoid making mistakes, because most mistakes are made when you speak too much, like when you try too hard to sound like a native, and then you slip in some words you don't understand completely, you slip in some mistakes. Over time it builds up and it becomes a mess. You get lost in your own sentence. So that's why I went through this whole ordeal, this whole hassle. Do you know what those words mean? So here, let's do this one.
Hassle,
Hassle.
like, yeah, maybe trouble.
Trouble, yeah. And what about ordeal?
Is it not the same ordeal?
Like, I went through this whole ordeal. It's like I went through this whole thing. Basically, it's a fancy way of saying thing. So ordeal equals thing. Hassle is, as Maida said, trouble. Okay, so we have 5 more minutes left. I guess you can ask me any questions you want. Anything regarding this. Maybe some phrases, anything you want. So let's start from Gunavan. Do you have any questions?
Well, I think I got more knowledge about especially how to make the sentences like effectively more effective. Yes, I learned more today. Today, thank you, Alexa.
No problem. It's my job. What about you, Maida?
Yeah, it's the same actually. I learned many things and how to create a better sentence. So I don't use too many words, too many unnecessary words. So to make a more effective sentence, I think it's really good. And I thank you as well.
Okay, thank you. And Noor, do you have anything to say?
Well, I don't have any question, but I think this method, the essay method, is the method that I really like, because you can see how you write, how you write your sentences, and then we can review it, and then we go through so much. Like we discuss about past perfect, future perfect, and the use of the. I mean, we cover so much in just review
right.
some essays. So I think it is a good way of study, and I wish you can continue this method. I think it's a good one.
That's what I wanted to ask you. So, if you want to continue these classes, my friend told me that he plans to make another group. So you should call the guy or talk to the guy for who you book these classes. So, and if you decide to book another week of studying of classes, they will begin on the 7th of September. So for the next week, there won't be any classes. For the week after that, there will be classes. So if you're interested in continuing this, give him a call and he'll tell you the details. So I wanted to ask you all, are you interested in continuing your classes?
For me, yes, I'm interesting.
Okay, interested. Yeah, okay. You are
Maybe,
interesting as well, but you're interested.
Maybe I will continue this.
Okay. Can you tell me the difference between interested and interesting?
Interesting is
These classes. But what does interested mean?
It's the same like I'm excited.
Yep. I'm interested. Like you're describing yourself. I'm tired. I'm relaxed. I'm flummoxed. I'm like basically you're telling a state. Okay. I'm interested means that you want to continue. I have interest. Interesting means that you're describing something. So interesting as in it's fun, it's quirky, it's interesting, it's, nice. So that's the difference. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, nice. What about you, Maida?
Yes, I'm interested, but we'll see.
Okay, sure. And you know?
Well, I'm interested, but I haven't make up my mind. So I think I'll think about it.
Okay, sure. Made up. Because makeup is, makeup.
Oh,
Yeah, like
made up.
made up. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you for the correction.
You say,
I
I
thought you
need to
say
make up.
Maida.
Maida. Oh,
I thought
I
you
knew.
called
Yeah,
me.
I thought you say Maida. So why you call it Maida? Made up.
That's
Okay.
why I
Maida.
win.
Correction.
No, you're the teacher. It's your job.
You're the assistant teacher. Okay. Okay, so yeah, I guess that's all for today. And who knows, I might see you then in a week. So goodbye for now. Enjoy September and the ensuing months.
Oh,
And
yeah,
I
hopefully.
wish you all the best. So yeah, goodbye for now.
Yeah, the same goes for you too.
Thank
Thank you so
you.
much.
Thank you
Bye.
so much, Mr. Alexa. Thank you
Thank
all.
you. Thank you. Goodbye.
Bye.
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 See you. Hopefully,
See
bye.
you.